Stay tuned because in this video I'm going to show you how to create your very own pumpkin stack hanger. Hi everyone and welcome to Sweetpea's latest sew-along tutorial featuring the pumpkin stack hanger. This design is super versatile. You can keep your panels simple or create words like fall, autumn or welcome to make it truly your own. Let's dive in and have some fun with this project.
I'd like to start off by showing you how to stitch out the pumpkin panel with the letter U. The steps I'll cover here will be the same for the other letters, so you'll be all set to tackle those too. First things first, hoop up your cutaway stabilizer. I recommend using applique scissors for trimming the batting and fabric. Next, we'll stitch the place and line for our batting. Once that's done, place batting 2 on top of the hoop, making sure it fully covers the place and line and stitch it down. After stitching, remove the hoop from your machine and trim the batting, leaving about 1 to 2 mm from the stitching. Now grab your instructions and refer to the pumpkin diagram for steps 3 through to 15. Let's start by stitching the placement line for section A now. Then place fabric A right side up on top of the hoop, covering the placement line and stitch it down. Once that's done, remove the hoop and trim the fabric, leaving about 1 to 2 mm from the stitching. Be sure to keep the extra fabric in the seams.
If you're new here, I'd love to invite you to join our September Sew-Along Facebook group. It's an amazing community of machine embroidery enthusiasts just like you. Plus, you can snag a 30% discount code for the pumpkin stack hanger. We also host a monthly competition where you can win fantastic prizes from our website. If that sounds exciting to you, check out the link below and get involved.
Next, repeat the process for section B using fabric B. Moving on to section C. First, stitch the placement lines, then place one piece of fabric C right side up on top of the hoop, covering the placement line and stitch it down. Repeat this for the bottom section with your second piece of fabric C. Now it's time to add some detail to our pumpkin. Start by embroidering the shading, then embroider the quilting on section B. Followed by the satin stitch around section B. Next, stitch the satin stitch between sections A and C and finish by quilting sections C and A.
Enjoying this tutorial? Well, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us and ensures you won't miss out on any of our upcoming projects. Thank you so much for being part of the Sweet Pea community.
For the letter, repeat the applique process using fabric D. Once that's done, trim your fabric. Then embroider the satin stitch around the letter and finish with the decorative stitch. Finally, remove the panel from the hoop and trim the seams down to about 1/2 inch. Set it aside for now, and once all your blocks and panels are finished, you'll be ready to move on to the next step.
Are you looking for more inspiration? Well, head over to our newly upgraded website, swpea.com, where you can find this design and many other themed options. We have revamped the site to make your shopping experience even better, so be sure to explore all the beautiful designs we have to offer.
Once you've completed stitching out all your panels, you're ready to use your regular sewing machine to join them together. In this next section of the tutorial, I'll show you how to do just that. Start by laying out your hanger in order, with the long side of the panels lined up together. Place the first 2 panels right sides together and pin along one edge, making sure to align the seams and satin stitch points on each panel. Once you've pinned the panels evenly together, stitch the side seam on your sewing machine. Stitch just inside the outer border line that's already stitched on the blocks, so the stitching won't be visible on the right sides later. Continue joining the other panels in the same fashion. Once that's completed, open the seams and iron them flat. Now that your panels are stitched together and pressed flat, let's move on to preparing the backing for your hanger. The next step will ensure that everything comes together beautifully, and here's how to cut and attach the backing now. Before cutting, measure the length and width of your hanger, making sure to add about 1 inch of extra fabric on each side. Cut a piece of fabric-y backing to these dimensions, and then cut the piece in half. These 2 pieces will be used as the backing for your hanger. Place the 2 pieces of fabric-y right sides together on your table. Pin and stitch a 1/2 inch 12.5mm seam along one edge. Leave you a 6-inch, 15cm gap in the middle for turning the hanger right side out. Then press the seam open. Next, place your sewn hanger on top of fabric E with right sides together. Lightly pin them together, and if you want, trim the backing material to match the front exactly. Stitch a 1/2 inch 12.5mm seam just inside the border stitching. Trim the edges of your hanger to a 1/4 inch, 6mm, and clip the curves. Then turn it right side out through the opening in the backing seam. Use the point of a chopstick or that ping thang to gently push out the seams from the inside. This will help the hanger lay flat. Now press firmly with an iron. To finish off your project, hand stitch or use fabric glue to close the opening in the back. Then stitch in the ditch to secure everything in place. Finally, use a sharp tool to cut an opening in the eyelet hole so you can thread your ribbon through. We used a grommet punch to cleanly remove the fabric, but a needle or unpicker will work as well. Your pumpkin stack hanger is now complete.
Well folks, that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed creating your new pumpkin stack hanger and that it becomes a cherished addition to your collection. Be sure to join us next month for our next sew-along project. Don't forget to visit swpea.com for more designs and updates. Thanks for watching and see you next time.